welcome back to Forza Motorsport 4. This time, not doing King of the Mountain, but still using Fujimi Kaido. I have been requested to do a little bit of a challenge by one of my good mates, RogueDogX, one of the people that does a fair amount of guessing of cars on the series. And they built me this Toyota Prius. Now obviously I did do a quick change. The body kit they put on was this. They put this body kit on. I'm leaving Tommy Kaiba on because it's funny to have a Tommy Kaiba Prius. Anyways, I'll quickly run you through the build. So the power is completely maxed out. This car is pretty much maxed out. The only thing that isn't really is the driveline. So, you know, we've got A-Class Prii with 334 horsepower, 327 foot-pounds of torque, whatever that is in newton meters, and the car weighs around 2,600 pounds at 2571. And, you know, it's okay. A-Class probably not a lot of power at all, but weight-wise it's not too bad. The tune as well, there has been a little bit of tinkering. I mean, it does 187 miles an hour. That's impressive. There has been a little bit of tune tinkering here and there. We've got the suspension was changed, the damping was changed, the braking was changed, and the diff was changed. Everything else is completely left as it is. So, yeah, I have no idea what this will be. Oh, okay. That's probably why it does 187 miles an hour, is the bloody 6th gear. However, I'm not allowed to use manual with clutch. The strict rule was I needed to leave it in automatic. So, let's, now all that's out the way, let's head to Fujimi Kaido and let's see what we can do. Okay, so, I've got 3 attempts to try and get this Prii up the mountain as quick as possible, with the target time of a 5:21.22, I think it was, set by Rogue themselves. And like I said, the one rule is it had to be in automatic. I thought, alright, okay, why the hell's that? I genuinely don't know. So, I'm going to get a rude awakening, aren't I? Let's find out, shall we? Let's see what the Prii is going to be like. It's so weird for me trying to rev, but of course, when you're not manual with clutch, it doesn't rev at the start. Right, here we go. Okay, wheel spin is going to be a lot, as you'd expect for front wheel drive. Oh, wait. Hang on. Wait. In automatic, this is a CVT? Huh? I actually never knew that. I never, ever knew that the Prius, if you leave it in automatic, if you set your difficulty to auto, it's a CVT. But if you use it in like manual with clutch, it's a manual. It's a proper 6-speed. I never knew. I genuinely never knew. And this game's been out for 12 years. And this is generally the first time I'm finding this out. My voice died there. This is honestly... Alright, okay. That's impressive. I never knew that. I actually never knew that. Okay. Okay. That's cool. So, it's now basically CVT Prii versus the Mountain. To be honest, I don't actually know. I think it probably would be better off. Would I? I probably would actually be better off leaving the Prius in automatic rather than using manual with clutch then, right? So obviously, you know, I'm going to be constantly having 334 horsepower and 262 foot-pounds of torque constantly, you know, compared to changing up gears and things like that. Right, okay. Huh. You know what? I actually generally don't know. I think I'd actually have to do an experimentation on that. What is actually quicker, CVT or a CVT Prii, or the manual with clutch Prii? We'll have to find out. Anyways, we're past the 40% hairpin. I've honestly absolutely no idea how this is going to compare. I'm kind of I'm kind of curious to see if this Prius would actually beat the Ford Transit. The Ford Transit... Right, okay. If I beat 5 minutes 22.1, I'm going to see if I could get close to the Ford Transit with a 4 minute 55. It's not going to get close to the Prelude. The Prelude was a 4... And that's the only... That's one of 2 front-wheel drive cars. Every other front-wheel drive car, I'm just going to convert to 4-wheel drive. You know, the Seat Leon was actually quite competitive, but that's because it's pretty much a race car. So, you know, that was actually fairly decent for a front-wheel drive car as well. Everything else would pretty much just be converted if it's front-wheel drive. So, yeah, the other Prelude was a 445. So, I'm betting this would get absolutely nowhere near. Really nowhere near. But, you know, it is what it is. Well, past the Waterfall car park now. I mean, to be honest, I'll be able to tell. I can tell the definite difference between the fast 2-wheel drive cars, which will pretty much become rear-wheel drive, and then the 4-wheel drive class. Considering, you know, at this section we're about 3 minutes 20, like 3 minutes 20 odd in, and in this we're at 3 minutes 30 odd, almost 3 minutes 40. So there's a definite big difference in performance. Oh Christ, come on. I have to get through this section. I can tell you one thing, it's definitely a lot more relaxing driving the Prius like this, just having the CVT, because pretty much I'm just braking, turning, and then accelerating. I don't have to worry about, you know, what gear will I need to be here and there, because, well, I haven't got any. I'm curious, what are we going to be doing up the Reservoir Straight? 110 or 114 miles an hour? I've missed the brakes as well. Christ. Yeah, 114 miles an hour. Considering the other cars are doing 133. Well, even the 4-wheel drive cars like 128 plus. Ooh, it's a bit on the slow side. Tell you what, this actually isn't doing horrible up here. I mean, I'm managing to actually get very good. Are we going to beat the Prelude? No, surely not. Was the Prelude 445? I'm going to have to check my leaderboard. We've actually beat the Transit. We've actually gone faster than the Ford Transit. Now, Ford Transit did a 455, right? And we've done a 452.1. So we've beaten Rogue's challenge by 30 seconds. But, okay. Yeah, so the Naughty's Prelude did a 445.7. Oh, there's no way I'm going to be able to get close to that. But we beat the Transit. There we go. That's that's more surprising. Right, okay. What I might do, I'll do one more run with the CVT. I'm going to swap to manual with clutch and see what the difference is there. Because I'm actually dumbfounded by that. I honestly never ever knew that this actually happened. That is actually really cool. I actually really do like that. I'm so used to driving cars now in either manual or manual with clutch. Obviously, in FH3, sorry, when they reintroduced this gearbox with the Polaris buggy, that was another CVT. I believe that is the correct term for it. When you put it in manual with clutch mode, it didn't matter. You actually had to swap the gearbox out entirely for it to then, you know, have a proper gearbox. This is really cool, actually. Not the Prius. It's a Prius. You know, I had to get it with the best colour possible, which is beige. Handbrake still works. That's not what I was trying to press. What the hell's my change camera view? Oh, hang on. There it is. Look at the beige. Yes, the ultimate Prii colour. Said no one ever. Right, okay, come on. Oh, Christ. Right, easy does it. There we go. And unleash all of the horsepower. Right, okay, and then easy does it. I mean, to be honest, I suppose really with not having a huge amount of horsepower, it's really I'm actually able to put down the power fairly well. You know, it's at that stage where it doesn't need, you know, because as I got ludicrous amount of power, I'm not having to put in so much throttle control to get it out of the corners. I'm literally just having to literally get it round, ease onto the power so I don't just understeer into the nearest tree, and then we're fine. Literally just get around it and then we can just boot it. And it's fine. Actually, this is relaxing, to be honest. This is actually quite relaxing. But I need to know how close I can get to the Honda Prelude. Having to deal with a lot less horsepower. I think probably similar weight. I actually can't remember how much the Prelude weighed. I know the Prelude's quite light. Come on. I mean, to be honest, if needs be, I can actually extend this series out for front wheel. Actually no, never mind. I was thinking about, alright, okay, what if we did front wheel drive cars, but they were in A class rather than S class. So I might, considering the Ford Transit, how slow that was, it's been beaten by this. You know, what would it be like if we put the front wheel drive cars in A class, so they're not having a ridiculous amount of horsepower, and they might actually be pretty damn good. But I thought, nah, maybe not. Maybe not. Okay, round the Wolfhall car park now. Come on, Prii. Let's see if we go any quicker. I'll be amazed if I can actually get this down to the 449. If I can break sub 450, I'll actually be impressed. Right, okay, come on. We can get you around. There we go. Come on, boot it. All the powers. Oh, Christ. Come on. There we are. Gotta get you around here. Whoa, Christ. Come on. Around there. You know what? It's actually a lot nicer to actually be able to take that section without worrying about the rear end stepping out. Yeah, this is pretty much just a casual Sunday drive with a 330 horsepower Prius going up the reservoir straight doing about 90 miles an hour when the speed limit I think was about 40. I don't remember, what do they use in Japan? Is it miles or is it kilometers? I actually don't know. I actually really don't know. But, you know, is what it is. Right, okay, come on. Just a few more corners to go. I've no idea how this run compares. Like, my sense of timekeeping and all that is completely out the window because it is a class down. So I've no idea how this would compare. Right, okay, come on. Round the final corner. What are we doing? Ooh, a 4-minute 50. Ooh, okay, 4-minute 50.7. Can I really find 8/10? Probably not. Probably not at all. Right. Okay, well, restart. What I'm going to do now is, for the final run, I am going to put it into manual with clutch. I'm going to see if I can go quicker or if it's slower now that I have got a 6-speed gearbox. We'll see what this does. Right, okay, come on. Let's go, Prii. So obviously power band's going to be different and things like that. Come on. Ooh, how we... Oh, Christ. Yeah, I'm really curious on how this will work because, well, for a lot of the area, we're going to have more torque. You know, we're going to have more torque in certain areas. Yeah, sure, we'll have less power. But I'm really curious to see how this will play out. Okay, what are we doing? 86 miles an hour. All of a sudden, skipping to 93. I think the front wheels were still on the ground. The rear ones were, but we got a good speed boost or something there. That was quite a bit. I've got a ping on my phone for some reason. I don't know what it is. I'll look at it later. There we go. Get you through that sector. Right, come on now. On the brakes. Ooh, it's quite of course with the brakes being quite frontwards, it actually understeers quite a bit on the brakes. That is one thing I've because normally I've started to a little bit more trail brake, especially in Forza games. I'm sort of moving away a little bit from doing all braking in a straight line. I'm sort of doing it around corners as well, a little bit turning in. So I would not actually put the brake bias forwards. I'll probably put it a little bit rearwards as well. I prefer my car's being a little bit oversteery. Right, okay, this is going to probably be the big test. Is what is it going to be like dealing up here? So obviously, I'm definitely going to have to shift into... Yeah, I'm going to have to be shifting into second through there. Right, okay, come on. And we're up, we're up, we're up. Oh, Christ alive. There we go. Right, out of the 4 hairpins now. Come on. Into second gear. Let's race it through this gearbox. Oh, come on. Make sure I don't understeer too wide in the Prii. Right, okay. Come on. Through the river chicane now. Let's see what speed we're getting to. 118 miles an hour, pretty much. I think I probably broke a little bit too early for it to get to that top speed. But, you know, is what it is. Right, okay, come on. We'll get you up here. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, actually, saying that, you know, I'm going to be in and out of the power band actually quite a bit, obviously in manual with clutch. You know, that is as you would expect. You know, because I'm going to be in the torque band a little bit more. But yeah, I really don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to explain. I'm trying to think of science when I'm driving a bloody 300 odd horsepower Toyota Prius up a mountain road. Because I've been challenged to, and now I'm trying to think of what is quicker around here. That's not to my concern. My concern is just to see how quick I can get this car up the mountain. Tell you what though, it's actually, I'm enjoying it. I really am enjoying it. Just a nice, relaxing Sunday drive. It's not often I normally just relax while driving. So I don't really play. Well, I don't play F55 to cruise anymore because I don't think it's actually that good of a game to cruise on. Test Drive does it a hell of a lot better. Hopefully Solar Crown, you know, that's just as good to cruise around in. I'm hoping so. But yeah, not often do I really just sit down and just leisurely drive. What speed are we doing? 112 miles an hour, of course, because obviously the little delay in shifting gear, in and out of the power band, etc. Yeah, you get the bloody point. Whoops. Oh no, I've slightly dinged the Prii. Oh well, moving on. Oh Christ. Whoa. Oh, that was we're bottoming out a little bit, but we're fine. Come on, just a few more corners to go. Alright, one more. Come on now. Yeah, we're... Right, okay, yeah, it is noticeably slower using a proper manual with clutch compared to an automatic. Well, there you are. That's the, thank you, RogueDog, for the challenge. It was actually a nice, pleasant one. I will admit. Definitely, if you're going to be driving the Prius in Motorsport 4, stick with it in automatic, because you're more likely to do good, basically. Well, there we are. I'm going to cut there for the video. Do hope you enjoyed. All feedback is appreciated. If you want to suggest another challenge for King of the Mountain, whether it be, I know I have to try and wrestle an LMP1 car under a certain time, or anything like that, feel free, let me know in the comments, or via my Discord with a link in the description. However, that is it from me. Take care, and ciao for now.